everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. I've forgotten to turn one light on. Any better? Nice glow, more ethereal. Hello, happy Friday. Welcome back to the stream. I see that my game screen's pretty far off of its drop shadow. I might be able to scoot that. Kitty cat, you gonna come sit here? Jacob156651 with a 31-month resub. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Welcome back. Happy Friday, Hazel. Kitty cat. Hello, Hazel. Hi. Hi, everybody. Let's see here. Now, this over here. I'm going to very carefully move the chair. You good? You good? Okay. We're gonna, let's see, keyboard, coffee. I was gonna fix this, because this can't possibly be locked, can it? It is locked. It is. Well, it's locked in the wrong spot. Maybe it's just a little too small. Yeah, something like that. It should be subtle. It's not even on any particular side. There we go. Lovely. Excellent. Welcome. Welcome back to another live stream. Good morning, Caps. Morning. Chat, friends, pal world has consumed me. Oh man, are you in deep? Loves to sit in the armrest just the right size for it. She really is. She can fit both of her front little paws on the sides deep. Oh man. Blazzaria, 3-stream streak, fully clothed. What is this streaking nonsense? Kitty, good morning. Don't mind me just finishing up my morning crafting. It was my evening crafting that I got too bored to watch finish, so I set it up this morning while I was having breakfast. You still raiding every week? Yes, I am. We're doing basically a one-night skip clear in Heroic now, though, so we're not raiding as much. And I think the word on the street, or the word in raid last night, is that we're gonna do it 2 more times. So hopefully we've got at least one more guildie that is not yet equipped with Fearlath that would wish to be. Hopefully we can get that for him, and then be done. But if not, I think we've got 2 more clears in us, and then it's going to be on break anyway, because there's only so much for rack that you really want to do. No rocket? Work's been weird this week. Sup? Looking at Reno World Championship. Thanks. I'm themed, sort of, except that the hoodie says Arena World Champion. The vibe is gonna say stay 1600 kid. We're just gonna live with ourselves. Usually tell when you've raided because your game music is off the next morning. Oh yeah, true. I have indeed raided and my game music is indeed off. What did I put on last night? I don't know, I was looking for something. I was just excited last night that I managed to focus on raid and not multitask it horribly and then do a bad job. Usually late in the tier I get kind of distracted. And this time, partly because I still had all my sight blockers on, so I couldn't launch anything else. But I managed to pay more or less attention. Maybe not perfect, but 91%. So I was just going to sell this stuff if people are buying it. I'm good with that. There's a lot of it, but... yeah, and then if I don't sell it, I might make another batch of elemental potions because I've sold all of those now. How are we doing on Tepid Versa? We sell the Tepid Versa? We did, didn't we? I'm not going to make any more. Well, I haven't had any coffee yet. Is it profitable? Could I make any gold? Pardon me, let's see. Let's do a little, well, yeah, sure. Send a full scan. Hopefully that wasn't a call out. Find it funny that's it's consistent. No, it's true. I turned off my game music when I'm raiding. It's a good lookout. Got approved on a big test to become a lawyer here in Brazil. Wanted to share with you. Congratulations. That's fantastic. Wow, I'm so impressed. That's so cool. Can't stay because I'm getting out of the house doing something today. Oh, I hope you have a great day, Cupcake Chaos. Good luck with Solo Shuffle. Thank you. What music do you listen to in raiding? It depends on how distracted I'm trying to be and whether or not I'm trying to find something new to listen to. I usually just kind of browse around and put on different things. But then if I really need to focus, I go back to my boring work music. I've got some focus playlists of like, I don't know, there's focus beats, there's focus piano, there's focus soothing handpan, 12-hour compilation. You know, the usual. Oh, I do have tepid versa left to sell. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We can just post up those then. 951 more of those to get going. First, before I dive into my chosen activity for the day, I want to do one crown chemical chance at the love armor for the renewed proto-drake. Going to the beach for a week to try and unwind? Somber question. Ever had a coworker pass away? Personally, no. But I haven't had coworkers for very long periods of my life. I think 2 or 3 years, and at the time we were all very young and only moderately reckless. What a vicious grind. So last night, off stream, I had some time. My bread was baking, and I thought, I have some time. I could cuddle up on the couch with my puppy, and I could play, you know, like Elden Ring or whatnot. Or I could sit down at my desk, and I could maybe do a little more vicious grind, because I want this mount. I want it in February. And I am struggling to get it done. I'm struggling to get it done. It's hard. Healing Shuffle is not always the feeling that you want it to be. So I thought, I'm going to do some of this off stream. And I sat down and I cranked out a couple hours. I think maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. Oh, no, not Raid Finder. That's not what I'm doing. Of games. And I managed to get myself, I don't remember where I ended up last. I think I ended up at 52. I think I got up to 56. I think I won two matches. And I think I lost a bunch more. And then I made the mistake of like hanging out in the arena forums, reading all of the things that people think about. Well, mainly nerfing demon hunters, but like everything else they were talking about. I thought it was really funny. I was looking on the arena forums, and there's a couple of threads that are talking about solo shuffle and like inflation and deflation and whether or not the rating feels right. There's most threads are talking about nerfing demon hunters. And then there's just like 5 people that just talk to each other like it's their own private Discord because there's nobody else in the arena forums. So like you'll have those threads and then you'll just be like in basically anyone that you click into, you get far enough points down. It's like, yo, Dave, did you get burgers last night? Hey, you dropped off Discord without saying goodbye. What gives? This is just, I've just walked into a private room in a party that I don't know if I was invited to. Is solo shuffle fast with percentage? No, it is not. You would be better off doing RBGs or rated 3s by a pretty significant margin. The best thing you can say for solo shuffle is that if you're healing, you get basically an instant queue, but then you have to play through 6 rounds to find out if you get any percentage, and you have to win 3 of those rounds if you want to get anything. And the most you're ever going to get is like 2 point something. I guess you technically could grind the Vicious Mount without PvP gear, but you would have a difficult time of it. Your PvP gear is going to scale to 489 in PvP. So unless you're like close to that item level otherwise, you would be at a pretty big disadvantage without the gear. Also, you wouldn't even be able to get into some modes like Solo Shuffle. I love that for them. Stick with my RPGs then. Finally did roll the Draenei Warlock I've been talking about for ages. Nice. Yeah. Like that again to catch stream. I think for solo shuffle you have to be, what, 4? It's, yeah, 470. I mean, maybe it'll tell me if I, like, try to get into it. This won't work. No! It did work! Get me out of here! No, thank you! I thought it would be like, you must be blank. Okay, that queue is paused. Leave the solo shuffle queue. My priest does not need to be shuffling. I thought it'd be like, excuse me, you need to be... I guess I am 483 on this character, so if you needed to be 472, she does have the item level. You get PvP gear with honor, and you can get honor through any number of things. People like doing brawls, comp stomp, battlegrounds. What is the battleground the brawl right now? Battleground Blitz right now would be not a bad way of going about it. You can pick up weekly quests that can give you more honor. But it's just an honor grind from until you can get like a set of honor gear. You have a chance on the Love Rocket Mount in every alt daily, but it's a much stronger chance in your first character of the day. Nope. Oh, good. Do you know what the pirate patch is? No. And I have no guesses. I don't know anything that everybody else doesn't already know. Good morning from Chicago, Hazelin chat. Good morning, Busty Crab. What a phenomenal name. Got the saddle yet? No. Sorry, I'm bitter. I'm at 56%. I did put that in my stream title. Do a relaxing super bloom again. So let's go look at where we're at. The thing I need to let go of right now is Battle Mender, because I was getting a little bit tilted that I was having such a hard time. I figured, yeah, I've tanked below 1800, but I'll get back there. And I'm realizing I might need to let go of this dream of playing at 1800 to get Battle Mender, because that just might not be where I'm at right now, and that's okay. If I'm playing a lot and I'm hovering at the same rating, it might be because that's the rating that I am. And that's fine, but it means that I might not be able to grind out that title. I'm still 17 of 50 shuffle wins above rival rating, and I am not at rival rating. And every time I like get invested in trying to climb back up there, I just get my heart broken. So the better thing to do, and the thing I've been recommending everybody to do all along, is to not worry about it. Don't stress too much about your rating. Just play to play. Make the goal just to get in there and play. And that way you won't be so upset when it doesn't go well, because sometimes it won't. Coda's given out 5 gift subs. Thank you very, very, very much. Appreciate it. I tracked the Battle Mender achievement by running a script that I found in the Wowhead comments for the achievement listing. Somebody in chat put me onto that. Crazy that the saddle has a lower drop rate. Well, it's like a fill the bar thing. It's a guaranteed deterministic reward. It's not RNG at all. It takes a long time. Oh, and it'll take longer if I don't get into it. So let's just off and away. We're gonna win some, maybe. We're gonna lose some for certain. I'm still getting used to my keybinds. My trinket and my shadow meld are on buttons that I'm not used to, and I'm persisting with that. I'm gonna get used to it, but in the meantime, it is ugly. I am really having a bad time with trying to shadow meld or trinket things rapidly, but I just have to deal, basically. I had some thoughts about maybe squinching my UI a little bit more towards the center, so that I don't have to move my eyes so far to check on things like target frames and like Latias frames and stuff like that. But I don't want to cover too much of the middle of my screen because I still want to be able to see what's going on. Good luck on the solo shuffle grind. Thank you. Oh, let's turn on some game music, huh? My weak orders will be running. We may as well have some arena tunes to go with them. So we have a mage. We have a demon hunter. A windwalker. I haven't seen a windwalker in a while. And then a shadow priest. Maybe I need a whimsical transmog like this fella. Maybe I need to put her into something fun and less serious so that I can have fun and be less serious. I need WoW to add a class that's 99% passive, one button to click. What if WoW just like starts putting other games into their game and they add like a cookie clicker mode, like a section, like it can't be for gold making, but maybe for something. That's my mage and that's my demon hunter. That's a shadow priest.
Bam!
I'm gonna try to mainly stay back a little bit, play for the moment mildly less aggressively, maybe throw a couple of dots because I feel like I don't do a lick of damage. But I want to not. Okay, this is an awkward place to be on the pillar. I want to not push in farther than I need to because I have a habit of doing that. And don't get me wrong, pushing in can absolutely be a good idea. But at this stage of my practice, I think I just need to make cautious decisions and just practice checking on where everybody is, really, just like watching positioning and watching my own positioning, and maybe don't get myself into quite so much CC. Because I don't think I need to be making, you know, crazy plays at this bracket. I just need to be present, awake, pressing the Q button. What if I press the Wrath button? Any good? Oh, you don't have a kick, actually. You might have a para. What a strange thing. I'm helping.
Bam!
So, my mage is over there. My mage is now gone again. I'm gonna go back to that box. I'm gonna do that thing that I said I was gonna do. Oh, that was close. Chef Nomi Cookie Clicker. Wish WoW had a card game like Final Fantasy has. Ars 1988. Thanks very much for the brand new Prime sub. Appreciate it. Should do a transmog competition. I think the game's at the Darkwind Fair behind the roller coaster. I don't know if I've looked behind the roller coaster. Alright, so I have the 2 melee, they have the 2 casters. They're on the priest.
Holly. Ice veins.
If I can lock down
Holly.
any amount of icy veins, although it lasts for like 30 seconds, it's so long.
Holly. Power infusion.
So I don't have a lot of good ideas.
Bam!
Holly.
Bam!
Ooh, I'm getting locked out a lot.
Bam!
No, my friend. Morning. Good morning. Happy Friday. Good afternoon or evening. Welcome to the BAM show. I'm at 56% on my saddle. And I'm doing my best. I said I made this very cute sounding speech yesterday about how I didn't need to work on my skill. I do, but how the most important thing for me to manage is my mindset and my attitude. And then I proceeded to queue a bunch later that night and get like incredibly downhearted. Not exactly tilted. I was just sad. I was doing that thing where you like look for excuses, being like, there has to be a reason it's not going well. You can't. It's not me. Say it isn't me. You're back here.
Bam!
Bam.
Holly.
Bam!
Icy veins.
Bam!
Bam.
Power infusion. Holly. Polly. Polly.
Bam!
Icy veins.
But yeah, you're at, like, by the time you get to this point in a match, you're at 46%
Icy
dampening.
veins.
They have to start dampening early and ramp it fast so that the game matches end fast, because if you're going to play 6 runs in a row, you can't have them be 5-minuters. But, and that's not necessarily why I lost. You have to, the other healer has just as much dampening as you do. Years of practice. First 2 years I spent looking at the action bar, moused it to death because it didn't use the keys well. Is the immune on Trank more impactful than the heal? Yeah. The heal is nice if you also have a decent amount of hots in your teammates for mastery's sake and they weren't like about to die. But I've found that the heal is almost never strong enough to keep one person up through like a single target burst. And in many cases, if you're tranking and somebody's getting bursted down, you're better off breaking your trank to cast something else.
The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
The main case is if you're getting bursted, then Trank's great because it just buys you a couple of seconds off of like their cooldowns and whatever.
Bam!
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Someone died.
Bam!
Don't threaten us healers. I'll literally cry. Morning, Al. Good morning. Sometimes I wonder about the opposite healer. Like, I know why I'm here. Why does everybody else queue up? Couldn't find any videos on Nightbane. Nightbane. I don't remember who Nightbane is. I may not have done a video. If it doesn't come up with a Google search for Hazelnutty Games Nightbane, then it probably doesn't exist. Kara Dragon. No, I don't think I did, unless it was part of my Karazen guide. I did do a Karazen dungeon guide, but I don't know if I did one on the actual thing. It was a long time ago.
Icy veins. The Hunt. The Hunt.
Bam!
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Polly. Polly. Polly.
That's how I do it.
Bam!
Metamorphosis. infusion. Poly. Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Poly. Poly. The Hunt. Metamorphosis. Icy veins.
Bam!
Poly. 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 Metamorphosis. Icy veins.
Nice.
Bam!
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of the Legion Carrot Nightbane. I don't know much about the old one. I love that transfer. I love it best on like pandas and Kultirans.
Bam!
Metamorphosis. The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
Okay, that's Trinket and like the king.
Power infusion.
I don't remember if Mistweavers can also kick you. I would love to put some hot on you. Never mind. You know what? You don't need them. There we go.
Bam!
Metamorphosis. The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
That was okay. Mistweaver's Restoration Druid's most annoying healers to play against if they're focusing on CCs. Yeah. And sometimes if they're too aggressive with it and they're focusing on CC a lot, you can punish them for it because they've like forgotten their team. But if they're really good, yeah, it's devastating. Lucky for my opponents. I'm not really good. I'm here. I'm awake. That's about what we're gonna say. I know that people say demon hunters are strong, and I know that there's a lot of demon hunters around, and occasionally they do, you know, bingo bunko damage. That one didn't bother me that much. That Demon Hunter was fine. But that was okay. We got our win. I am 3 of 3 vault for the week, but that's no longer what we're here for. We're up to 58%. Let's see if we can make it 60. Do you want to hear something to worry about? Rarely do I want to hear. Is it something that I need to worry about? All right, let's reverse engineer this. What is the worst thing that's going to happen to me if I don't worry about whatever it is that you got? What's the downside if I don't worry about it? Oh, I didn't fix my transmog to be something funny. Alright, we got a mage, paladin. I would argue that's the most helpful way to think about that question. Hi, kitty cat. How you doing? Can I do business with my bank over phone? Technically, yes. I don't do that very often, though. I would say never. And you have to do like a lot of ID verification if you're going to do anything over the phone. Doesn't come up a whole lot.
Bam!
Combustion.
Alright, so what's happening? My demon hunter is being combusted upon.
Polly.
Oh. Mistakes.
Bam!
Okay, so there's my monk. Sits there.
Polly.
Dispel the Hodge. That Holly was not on me, which is good because it would have hit me.
Polly.
But I don't have a dispel handy, so you're just gonna have to
Polly.
wait.
Polly.
Bam! Bam!
Combustion.
Monk Donald's.
Polly. Polly.
Bam!
Polly.
Is it?
Polly. Combustion.
I wish I knew
Polly.
in a given moment who we're on.
Polly.
Bam!
Because
Polly.
changes a lot. I also wish I could like zip around and cast my buttons as fast as that mage is doing.
Polly.
They seem very effective. Like they're doing a lot. They are dead, but they were doing a lot before they died. You know, they were sheeping here and sheeping there and blinking this way and interrupting here, and it all felt very like snappy. And I haven't been that snappy in a long time. How much time do you reckon you spend in a saddle? In solo shuffle? We're probably talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 30 or more hours. But in RBGs or like threes, it would be not nearly as much. Saw they got a new version of AI. I was watching a video with the sound off about Sora. That's the new OpenAI video one, right? That's terrifying.
Bam.
It was cool, but
Poly. Combustion.
yeah, I don't know.
Bam.
Poly. Poly. Combustion.
I'm still dying at McDonald's. I think that's so funny.
Poly.
Bam.
Poly. 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 Poly.
Bam.
Did I not have— oh, it's not in my line of sight. They're in the corner.
Combustion.
Bam. Bam.
That bam is so annoying, but like it helps so much.
Poly.
Oh, oopsies.
Combustion. Poly.
Go. Yes. Saw a clip of a streamer today explicitly instructing the bank to only do anything when he was present in person because there's thousands of hours of his voice on the internet can be easily forged. Oh. They would still need, like, they don't— that's like an interesting thing to put in, and it might be a good safety measure, but no bank, as far as I know, is going to authenticate you on voice ID. They're going to ask you to verify a bunch of information that is sometimes hard to get even if you're you. Like you would have to have already gotten pretty deep into somebody's identity to get that far. And it's not that it doesn't happen, I'm sure it does. But the voice mimicking is probably not the biggest risk. You would need to know a lot of information. If you've ever like had to like recover your identity on a locked account, you'll know what I mean. It's rightfully so difficult to do. I think the better thing is to have your fans watching out to make sure that they know that you will only communicate via your official channels, because you know, we've all seen these like scams in YouTube comments of people being like, hey, you won a contest, and it's like not the actual account. That could be then done with deep faked video and with deep faked voice, but unless they've hacked your actual account, they can't post from your actual account. So that would be my biggest fear, is that somebody like deep fakes my voice. Well, they've already done that. and then uses it to try to like either like to try to scam people, basically, to try to financially, you know, take advantage of my audience. That's both the thing that feels most likely and also most scary. Did I ruin my DR? Nope, sure didn't. And it feels like you guys don't need me to tell you that if it's not an official channel, it's not me, because you're, you know. we've made it to a stream. We've demonstrated some amount of internet literacy, but I still get messages of people being like, "Hey, I won this contest. Can you tell me?" I'm not sure. It doesn't really look legit. No, it's not. Sorry. It does get people. Oh, you're just gonna let me do it. You're gonna let me do it again. Everyone knows you wouldn't call anybody. Yeah. Don't worry, just sent $5,000 to a prince who will give me millions once his bank fees are cleared. There's somebody else in the Love Witch skirt. That's very popular among players of many different spheres of the game. So what are we all gonna do with our days once AI puts all of us out of a job? I know there's some things that can't be done with AI, but I think the more accurate statement is there's some things that can't be done with AI yet.
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
The Hunt.
Big thing in the community where people are impersonating popular streamers to conduct phishing scams. Oh. Yeah, that's scary.
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Bam. That must be what it feels like to CC me. You just like look for the healer to CC and they're just like hanging out in the open. That must be what it's like on me.
Metamorphosis.
Like, oh hey, I was looking for you. Jack, thanks for the 6 months in advance. Appreciate it. People who actually work on and create smart devices don't want anything smart in their home. I think they keep their firearm next to the printer in case it starts making noises. Yeah. The thing about AI generated content that I've noticed anecdotally so far that doesn't necessarily give me a lot of hope but makes me feel a tiny bit better is that when it appears on its own, people don't engage with it very much. Even when it's not, it doesn't seem to do anything so far that people would get really excited about engaging with. Like you'll get a bunch of posts about like, oh hey, I made this cool thing with AI, or here's a bunch of AI artwork that I made, or here's a bunch of story prompts about these characters that I fed into it. And for the most part, those posts don't really get any traction because people don't really care what AI made. After you've seen a little bit of it, at first it's kind of like, oh cool, technology can do something really weird and wacky. But then once you've kind of gotten over that, people, because it's like basically instantaneous and it feels free to make, it feels cheap and people don't really, it's missing something creatively that people can still sniff out. Maybe that'll change, maybe it'll get even better. Maybe we'll never be able to compete with it, but for at least for now, I'm sure it is creeping into a lot of things. And I think there are places where it there's a good case to be made for using it. But I think in any instance where it's like completely automated the creative process, you've lost something that is noticeable. And I mean, like, a computer could play this game, but would we want to watch computers play the game? We want people play the game. We want to know that it's something that we could have done if our fingers moved fast enough and if we made really good choices. Yeah. Aw. Thanks, Jack. Old man, when it comes to AI, does not belong in any form of art. I noticed they put Copilot into Microsoft Windows, so you've got basically like an AI tool that is on like your menu bar now. And I've been playing with it just to see kind of what it can do and to see if there's anywhere that it might fit for me. And where I kind of landed on it is that I'm all right with using it to come up with ideas or to like come up with outlines for emails, because that's the kind of thing where it's like, I know what I'm trying to say. I cannot for the life of me phrase it, and it takes me ages. And if I can take this and then edit it to make it sound more like me, good with that. Or like YouTube descriptions is a place I'm gonna like mess with it, because those aren't things that I was really writing much anyways. I had a copy paste template. You're just trying to put like relevant words in for SEO. Nobody's really reading them. So I feel like there are applications for it, like basically anywhere that you weren't gonna be doing much actual writing before. But I thought about using it to make things like emotes, and I messed around with it, and I managed to come up with a couple of cute things, but I decided not to do it because that's something where I'm going to actually like, that's an area where I have and would like to again, like hire an artist. Even if it's just an artist that maybe is using AI and not telling me. At least I'd like to get like a set of things that are cohesive, that don't look a little bit freaky and soulless. But that's just me. I think that online media is going to do some weird stuff in the next couple of years. Props to this monk for not leaving.
Metamorphosis. Poly.
Bam!
Combustion. Poly. Metamorphosis.
You kicked me.
Metamorphosis.
No. Done.
Metamorphosis. The hunt.
Bam!
We did it. Copilot helps with troubleshooting too. Help me fix a controller connection issue. Train LLMs for work. Knowledge base is weirdly specific, good at top-end things, but regularly fail at basic math, simple knowledge. ChatGPT almost replaced Google for my work. Yeah. In a weird moment of insecurity, asked Copilot if Hazelnutty Games is a good YouTuber. And it said, yeah. She's great. She makes boss guides and she live streams different games and it's delightful. And I thought, oh, okay, all right, AI, you can stay for 20 minutes. You've flattered me enough. The emotional bribery is working. Kill McDonald's doing work there. That's a lame felty AI. Have you tried asking Grok? I haven't. I don't have any plans to watch MDI this weekend. I'm sure it's gonna be good. I'm sure it'll be cool. Am I in queue? Do I want to be in queue? Do I need a break? I might need a walk. What time is it? It's only 10 o'clock. All right, I'll stay in queue. We're up to 60%. As a technology expert, schooling experience, I believe we were getting too far ahead of ourselves. Amy, thank you for the 12-month resub. Appreciate it very, very much. Yeah, I think the next couple of years are going to be really bizarre and interesting. Should I be in queue? Maybe in queue. Maybe one more. Yeah, it's not that far in. I guess, you know, I'm not happy. You can never make me happy because if I'm winning, I'm like, this is too good to be true. This won't keep up. I should stop because this is about to take a turn. And then when I'm losing, I'm like, this is no good. This will keep up forever. I shall never win again. Not great. Also not that important. We're up to 60%. We've made some progress. Didn't see the 12-month sub? It's right there. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You're all good. I don't know if they let you, I guess I don't know much. I'm talking about AI? Yeah, we were chatting a little bit about it. People were talking about the new video generation AI that OpenAI announced. And other applications and things. Asked Copilot what games you play. It told me ESO, WoW, and Final Fantasy, so I don't know where it got that. Yeah, it's a bald lie. It's not true. I asked it if I played any other games, and it mentioned, what else did it say that I played? I feel like it got it right. But, like, it had some very odd, old, specific examples. Like, some game that I played, like, 10 years ago for, like, one YouTube video and never again. A frosty beer. This is a feral druid. This moonkin form is the cutest, or not moonkin, it's a bear form. It's the cutest thing that's ever happened, and I love it so much. Put Pepe on your head. Couple streams of Final Fantasy. Yeah, I might have mentioned that. I played it like, it was like a month or two worth of, 1 or 2 streams a week. We did it for a while. But I definitely did put it down after that. I was trying to have Copilot make me a YouTube description for a stream, and I eventually did get it to put in the StreamVod channel because those used to be just blank fields basically, and it came up with something, but it kept wanting to talk about bananas. Nothing said anything about bananas. I was like, I need a stream description for a stream where I did freehold mount runs and solo shuffle. And it did a good job of, it said that you'll get conquest from solo shuffle, which is true. It said you have a chance at the shark bait mount from freehold, which is true. And then it said, and lots of banana goodness because we need our potassium. And I don't know where the banana, and I like tried it again a couple times with different prompts, and every single time it really wanted me to lie and say that my stream featured a lot of something about bananas, and I don't know why.
Fear.
I also found when I was trying to have it generate art of Moosey, of my puppy, and it can do a German Shepherd face really well, but when you ask it to make a German Shepherd face that has floppy ears, folded over ears, droopy ears, it cannot deal. It will, like, it is very hard, I found, to get it to generate an image of my dog, but with the ears even close to correct. Oh, thank you. It just, like, can't compute. I thought that was very funny.
Chaos don't.
It also occasionally gave him extra arms, but what are you gonna do?
Shadow Furious. Chaos don't. Fear.
Bam!
Penitence. Fear. Avatar. Chaos Bolt. Fear.
My
Bam!
I don't I have a window stuck on my screen. No thank you. I don't like it. No thank you. I can't reload right now. I'm busy.
Fear. Chaos
Ooh.
Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Oh, they're dead. Okay. If that's still there, then I'll reload.
Bam!
Yeah, Copilot can do AI art. It's powered by Dolly 3. Talking about bananas now, does that count? Maybe because it knows you're bananas. A friend texted me to ask how I was doing with Pal World, and he was so concerned that he called me to ask if I'd come up for air. So that's where I am. Good. Insert current time of day. Hope you're having a great day so far.
Nullifying Shroud.
Happy morning, afternoon, eve.
Avatar.
Oh, good night.
Power Infusion.
It's just kind of like...
Bam!
I can get away with it? Nope. I'm gonna get feared out of this.
Bam!
Sleepwalk.
Nice. I ran out of game time because by the time I wreaked
Bam!
havoc with the Final Fantasy account site, the second time I tried playing it was the last free time I had. Have you guys been spending much time in follower dungeons? Do you guys do them regularly? Where does it fit into your WoW life? I'm curious.
Nullifying Shroud. Power Infusion.
Bam!
Penitence.
Bam!
Shadow Fury. Shadow
Dragon
Fury. Range. Sleepwalk.
Bam!
Shadow Fury. Chaos Bolt.
I'm not using my
Chaos
Prince
Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
I'm not using my Prince Sniff. I haven't even tried one yet. Never did one, never done one. Haven't tried them yet. Using them to casually try for Breath of Onara. Keep forgetting to try one. Did one Braconide. Took so much longer than normal dungeon with people. I also found it felt quite slow. What would you think if they were to introduce new specs in Shadowlands by using ghosts of significant spec-related dead people? Using unusual styles. That would be quite something. That would be wild. I think the feral's just stealthy over there.
Incarnation Kitty.
Can I clone the intro?
Bam!
Incarnation Kitty.
Power
Chaos
Infusion.
Bolt. Penitration Kitty. Fear. Shadow Fury. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
No ranger healers. That's fine. We can line the DPS.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Still holding it for a necromancy. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I want a blood mage, and I know that's sort of like a little bit covered by both DKs and Shadow Priest, but I want like a proper caster blood mage. They have NPCs that have done similar things.
Cyclone. Fear.
Bam!
Cyclone. Cyclone.
Oh, it wasn't on me.
Chaos bolt.
Okay.
Chaos bolt.
Oh, they're dead. Having some bad experiences trying out new tank specs for the first time, so I wish follower dungeons were ready for low levels. Yeah. It's a cool renewed proto-drake. It's not often that I see like a dragon riding mount that catches my attention that isn't just like a
Shroud.
full all-over skin.
Incarnation kitty.
Bam!
Sleepwalk. Incarnation kitty. Incarnation kitty. Cyclone.
Bam!
There we go. Razor, well, thank you very much for the 8-month resub. Hello. How are you today? Think a blood mage would be for Locke? Working blood mage, a vampire, and a werewolf. Alright, I have a warlock. Who is the square? Their stuff is on this pillar.
Avatar. Incarnation
Bam.
kitty.
See, I like it when we do. Oh, the priest is. I see. That sucks. I mean, it's great for me. Maybe they're trying to just go 3 and 3 because they're trying to
Cyclone.
grind out the.
Cyclone.
They're trying to grind out like
Cyclone.
games for some reason, and they don't want to win 4. I mean, I'll take it because I wanted 3 wins for my vicious mount, but although it's not very sportsmanlike. What was I saying? Yeah, I like it when games when everybody just blows all their stuff and somebody dies really fast. Dampening games are not wildly fun. It means that you've done your job correctly. It means both healers are doing well when you get into dampening but it also means that nobody's having any fun. I have tried Pale World. Yeah. I am level 40 something on my character. Finished coffee, logging in to get serious. See you later. Have a great day. Thank you so much. I finished my coffee too. I heated up a hot water bottle. Wait. No. I've queued up for a random heroic dungeon. That is not what I want to do. Oh boy. We're up to 62. Happy with that. I can buy another couple marks of honor. Maybe at the end of today I'll go shopping. I'll send them all to some alt or another, and I will go see what kind of transmog sets we can buy. Maybe for Hunter. Might be fun to buy some Hunter sets. Plan is to attempt PvP with Shadow. Nice. That should be fun. I'm not brave enough to try solo shuffling as a DPS spec because I think the Q times will be the death of me. I think that DPS Q times would make me lose interest in the whole business extremely quickly. Because I would have fun, I think, messing around on like a really low rated BM hunter where all you do is just press your buttons, attempt to land a trap, and hope for the best. But I don't think I have it in me to wait like 30, 40 minutes for a Q. Hi, neighbor. Love all the wigs. Thank you. Like farming in between DPS PvP queues. Please tell my sister Nell happy birthday. Nell, I hope you have the best birthday ever. Happy birthday. Pal World clone that Nintendo has. Oh boy. Oh, we have 2200 conquest. I guess that's what happens when you actually win a couple of them. I finished buying the regular conquest gear set, so I could buy alt gear, but we're buying transmog. We're getting weapons for transmog. Do I want scythe, staff, axe, staff? I think I want the scythe first. Let's do that. Another appearance for the collection. Got AOTC last night. Congrats, Buggy. That's fantastic. What item level does Dawn of the Infants Mythic 0 drop? I don't know. Would I know if I looked at it here? Mythic 0 loot. 437 looks like. Adventurer 4 of 8 loot. If the dungeon journal is anything to go off of. 62. We're gonna do this. It's gonna take more than just today. And this is like fast progress too. Like we haven't dropped a game yet today. And we will. It's not always gonna be this fast. Managed to finagle a free ATC carry from a friend's guild. Wiped a few times, but hey, free's free. Nice. My bags need anything cleaning up? Oh, actually, before I do that, I was gonna check on Boy's missions. Boy is not quite ready for more Warlock campaign yet, but he's getting there. And I sent out some missions this morning before I left to go walk Moosey. So I think maybe they're done, because I think they're only 2-hour missions, and it's like 10 o'clock. They're probably not done yet, actually. They're probably still in progress. Oh no, 2 completed missions. Nice. Maybe they were only 1 hour. So those are both good. I need 1 more done. Really? That's my best chance? I guess it's kind of a high level. Well, we'll try. Let's hope for the best. Anything over here? Any pet charms? Pet charms for Hazel? Will it send it? It did! Nice! Sometimes it doesn't send the level 50 missions because it doesn't think I can do them even though I can. Would love to see a similar system with vicious mounts implemented for the Mythic Plus mounts. Oh, where you could like do more in a season and then earn the old ones? I think that would be kind of cool. Alright, I'm getting back on my druid, but I'm gonna give her, as much as I love this transmog, and as much gold as I waste changing my transmog all the time, this is like my go-to, my OG, my iconic look. But, you know, I want to put on something fun. I want to put on something silly. I want to put on something that says, don't worry about it too much. Don't take me too seriously. I wish it wasn't 700 gold to transmog. This is why I never have any gold in this character. That's the wrong mount. Let's make a new one and let's call it fun. And what is it that I want to put on? Am I gonna go piece by piece and try to find fun things and then put together something that doesn't like go together? Am I gonna go like one thing? Am I gonna like put on like a whole set? I did get the pink. I have the pink and the purple Twilight Witch stuff, which I think is kind of fun. I got the shop set because I had the balance for it. Hi Hazel. Hello. So I might mess around and see what I can do with that. Kind of like I did with my evoker actually. So it has the boots. I don't like the boots that go with it really. They're a little bit too Santa's elf. I might do something like that actually. It gives her like crazy toenails, but I like the slimness of it. And then that, and then we want something that is more, I don't hate that. We love a good crop top. We want something that is not overwhelming. We want something that doesn't overpower the whole thing. That's kind of cool because like the black kind of matches the black. The red's maybe a little iffy. I don't hate it actually. That's the Blood Hunter top. I'll bear that one in mind. We might come back to that. I dropped $44 worth of balance on this set. I'm getting some use out of this miniskirt. Yeah, I was making a set with this on mail, and I was having a hard time finding mail that I liked with it, but I think leather has more sort of like crop tops and harnessy things that I can put with it that I will like. Maybe not something quite so leather. I think that Blood Hunter one might be as good as we're getting. And then I'll have to see, do I want a weapon? Or do I want... That's kind of cute. Do I want a weapon? Or do I want a version without the like a back piece, you know, some wings. We got wings. Can I still get that skirt? Yeah, it's on the shop. It is a shop item though. Ooh, there we go. You got like a purple buckled harness situation. That's like, that's nice. That's fun. And then I don't have the red tattoos. Let's take the bracers off. I might put different bracers on. I'm gonna look at the boots one more time. I like those. They're bark bloom talons. But there might be something, yeah, that's like a little bit less dramatic in the toenail department. Oh, that's kind of nice, actually. I didn't like it with the bare feet on my evoker, but I think on the druid it looks a little more natural. Yeah, there's also, the kit also includes a mount and then the rest of the set transmog. I think maybe no back piece because I don't want it to she's already got this huge bow in the small of her back. I think that if I give her like a big backpack or the thing I did on my other character was, so we've got wings and stuff. We've also got flags if you want. We have the Kyrian wings. Well, actually the Kyrian wings are kind of off to the side. They're kind of cute. Or, of course, you've got blade wings. I wish I had those in more colors. Shadowlands had the best back pieces. You've got druidy, fey-woven ones, but those aren't really with the vibe. The butterfly backpack's cute. I think it's black wings or nothing, though. And then you wouldn't have to worry about your weapon. I like the Murloc backpacks. Yeah, okay, she can have the wings. They're a little bit uncommon too. The achievement's not hard anymore, but it was at the time. So not everybody ended up getting them. And then I won't worry about the weapon, so I don't have to spend any extra gold on mogging it, because it won't show anyway. And then I think I also want no shoulders, because I want it to not overwhelm in that region. So let's save that. And let's put it on. Same thing I think with like no gloves. Like you could give her... They're just so bulky. They just, like there's a bunch of extra poof going on for not a lot of reason. I could give her some sweet purple skeleton gloves actually. That's tempting. Or some like fingerless gloves. They don't perfectly match. I could give her little Wendigo mitts. I won't worry about it. So then, yeah, now we're gaming. Am I too cool? Am I too cool to change her hair? I don't think I am. I think I might give her a little purple dye job for this. If I can change my wigs on a day-to-day basis, she can change her hair. It's free, right? Hair color. She could be pink. She could be, what do we call that? Eggplant? Iris? That one matches most closely, but I kind of liked the, I kind of like this with it, actually. That's kind of fun. It's a lot of purple, but, you know, what am I, subtle? That's nice. And then if we go onto her marking color, you could have it be red. Do we have a blue one? We have actually purple, if we want. Yeah, Yeah, sure, that's fun. What a set. White could work. Eggplant over magenta. Also, it's the best. I'm actually really happy with this. This is so cute. This is gonna make me feel 5% better while I'm getting decimated. Send me back in. Very cute. You will now win the next 3 shuffles. Only way to win a BBB. Oh. Oh man, multiple hunters and multiple rogues. What a lobby. Double hunter, double rogue. BM marks and then subtlety and assassination. I'm in love. It's so cute. It's so cute. The main reason I don't dress like this in real life is I get very cold. That's reason number 1. Reason number 2 is that your neighbors look at you funny when you're getting the mail. But reason number 1 is that you're chilly. Neighbors being jealous. I'm pretty sure my neighbors are already confused as to what I do that I can afford rent but also still be around walking my dog all day. I think that if I wore something like that, I would lead my neighbors to infer some conclusions. I wonder what we're gonna do. Well, this is fun. Would have made that joke if I could have. See, some things are one thing for somebody to say about themselves, but they're hurtful if someone else says them about you. Right? Oh, hey, you found a rogue.
Bam!
Can I get away with it? Sure can. Can I get away with it again? Yeah.
Evasion.
Bam!
Penitence.
How bad is the ancient salamander grind? Not too bad. That one's got a reasonable drop rate. Such a ripe opportunity to mess with people and invent some silly non-existent job. Old neighbors watched me play Pokemon Go and said, bright yellow Pikachu onesie with the neighborhood kids. I think that's cute. Alright, and now we mix and match the rogues and the hunters until later I get to play a double rogue game. Muscle dad. Muscle dad.
Bam!
Alright. Point taken. Duly noted. Got lucky. And got an ivory cloud serpent today. Nice. Met a nice Danish guy in the process. Oh my goodness. This hunter has a pet named Beyonce. I like it. I'm here for it. Good. Good. We approve. Have you heard the new Beyonce? It's like
Bam!
she's moving on. She's doing her.
Evasion.
Bam!
Greed. Too much greed. Too much greed. Greeded too hard. I love bees and WoW, so BEFA was a nice addition for me. I called my bee pet Barry from the Bee movie. I like Bumbles. He's a bee. Buzz, buzz, bee. It was so beautiful and sunny this morning. It had that feeling. It's only February, but it had that feeling of like early on like a summer day when you know it's going to be a gorgeous day. You've just got like this bright golden sunshine that's just hitting the tops of the trees. It's not like made it all the way down yet and the air is still really cold and fresh. It just makes you want to go fishing. My partner and I were joking about today, instead of streaming WoW, that we just go to the lake, bring a phone, just, you know, do a fishing stream instead. You guys wouldn't mind.
Bam!
I wouldn't know the first thing about running it.
Bound. Evasion. Power infusion.
Oh no! That would be fantastic, NGO. I'm sure that there is more that goes into doing a live broadcast than just turning on Twitch in your phone. I know that you can use Twitch in your phone and you can stream. I wouldn't know the first thing about making sure your connection's good, or, you know, managing sound, or reading chat and managing like where you're pointing and stuff. Wouldn't have the first idea. Because don't streamers have like gear? Like the people that do IRL streaming, they have like backpacks, they have laptops, they have like multiple phones and stuff. They have like a whole kit. Maybe it's one of those things like making a video where you can make a high production quality version with a bunch of stuff, or you can just kind of make a whatever
Power
version
infusion.
with just one phone
Power
that
infusion.
still gets the job done, but maybe doesn't don't worry about that particular
Bam!
Ursul's Vortex. It was not for anything.
Bound.
Bam!
Bound. Bound. Bound.
Muscle Dad, no. Hold on.
Bam!
You can make it. These are such slugfests, just all 6 people hanging out in like a cuddle puddle. And you're just mashing your keys.
Bound.
No! How about doing it as a YouTube video? I have done it as a YouTube video. Those ones are paywalled though. Those are my member videos. I've done a couple of fishing videos as member videos. My shuffle score is like a roller coaster track. It's so close to 1800. Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. I'll get like 2 or even above 1800. I got to 1856 at one point, and then I'll drop to 1650, and then I'll crawl up to 1750, and then I'll drop to 1680, and then I'll crawl up to 1800, and then I'll drop to 1650. Like it's a huge pendulum. I think the hardest thing is just not letting it get to you, which is much easier said than done.
Bam!
Power infusion. Evasion.
Oh, it's over. Alright, Bumbles 2-7 done. Someone killed Parachnus with me, traded me the mount. Nice! Already done. Is there a text list? Wowhead used to have one, but it was kind of old. Let me see. Wowhead dynamic flight mounts. Bringing dragon riding animation to more old world mounts in 10.1.7. Here. There you go. It's me, Hazel, the Google master. I don't know if that's a comprehensive list, but that's something. Let me look at it. Because the people making the videos are just making videos from lists like this. That's got the Netherwing Drakes, Dragon Riding Mounts, Stone Drakes, Firehawks, Twilight Harbinger. 1 through 50 of 178. You've got Scarlet Pterodax, Azure World Chiller, Sky Screamers, Dread Ravens, mainly drakes, couple of birds, couple of pterodaxes is what I'm seeing here. Tangle Dreamweaver finally. Does make sense with all the dragon mounts. Yeah, I'm sure it's easier because the model bases are the same to kind of slap it on them. There's a lot of drakes in this game. But there may be more than just that, because that article was from July. It's possible that when I Google things, I get Wowhead results really easily because my Google profile has me, because I search for that kind of stuff constantly. It's entirely possible that it knows what I'm looking for when I look for stuff like that, because I look that kind of thing up a lot. so salty the Pinto doesn't get dynamic flight. You like that, horsey? I like the horsies. I like the red Hearthstone that we're gonna get. That'll be kind of cool. The new Hearthstone promo mount that's coming in, what, March? Can't wait to Dragon Ride a Mib's head. If only I could get it to drop from Yogg. What I need to do for this character specifically is go into keybinds. Character specific keybinds. Unbind her character pane. Unbind her achievement frame. And then if I can find all the things for this character specific. Maybe I think I turned off all the things actually because I was done with it. It kept unbinding, or I kept opening up my ATT random while I was in a queue. It wasn't so good. It wasn't what we wanted. Mud pack. And that's the only name I'm gonna read from this lobby. That's kind of a cool mog though. It's a demon hunter with the carrot colored quilt, the Blade Master's stones, a couple of like plain swords. I like that. It's nice. Name notwithstanding. Do I have an add-on that changes the Q-pop sound? I wouldn't know which one it is. I kind of thought that was the default one. I do have a list of all my add-ons, which isn't like the most helpful thing, but that's the best thing I can think of. Fun pack is a gnome. We're at 62, we're gunning for 64.
Bam!
Power infusion. Ascendance.
It's an LA shaman. Now I need to be watching out for hexes.
Bam!
And also just witchers.
Hex. Ascendance.
There's a lot of stuff going on. I have a confession to make. I don't know what Feline Stomp or whatever they're calling it now does. I'm assuming damage, but like, that's all I got. I got nothing. I have no idea.
Hex. Ascendance.
See, I saw that coming and I
Bam!
just shifted.
Bam!
Hex.
Nice. How long would it take you if you did nothing from Solo Shuffle to get them out from 0%? It depends. It depends on if you're... It's a big... It depends. I would say a long time though. Like, it's not fast. It might be faster if you stay at lower ratings. But solo shuffle is not the way to do this. I'm just doing this because I'm being really stubborn. Hurts you or heals you, depending. Because, yeah, like a round of solo shuffle is usually like 15 to 20 minutes. If you're a DPS, you're looking at like 20 to 30 minutes to get into one. And then if you win fewer than 3 rounds, you're going to get no percentage. And if you win 3 or more rounds, you're going to get 2-point-something% of your bar. So if you assume that you're winning roughly half your matches, which eventually you will, but you have to get to 1,000 before you're even, you have to win like 5 or 6 of them before you even get any progress at all. It's a lot. Is it easier to be healer or DPS? I think it's easier as healer because you're not gonna... being a healer takes the Q time out of it. You can instant Q. Many people say that healer is not fun or feel good to play in solo shuffle, and I would largely agree with that. Although I do think that turning your chat off helps tremendously. But yeah, if you're just after the map, don't do as I do. Do RBGs, or do 3s even. But like YOLO RBGs are very much the move.
Bam!
Ascendance. Poly. Poly. Poly.
Gotta use your eyeballs.
Poly. Poly.
Bam!
Oh no, I've done a bad. I've done a big bad. I've done an enormous bad. Maybe I can meet up with them on this side? Yeah. There we go.
Bam!
Sometimes you get away, but if the enemy DPS catch up to you before your healer does, then you're in trubs. But the good news for farming a mount in this mode is that you only need to be at 1,000 rating or higher, and I don't think it's really possible to drop below that once you've gotten up there, because I don't think it'll lose your rating below that point. So there's something to be said for just queuing literally at 1,000 rating. Mind you, you don't really... Short of throwing games, if you're gaining rating, you're gaining rating. But people do sometimes throw games to try to manipulate their ratings so that they can stay in like the easier quote-unquote games. You're not the first mod to have this train of thought. I remember when Currents, formerly Super Meh, decided to go big in as like a completely fresh player that had never PvP'd before. Oh yeah, you'll get the meta eventually. The trick is just getting it before the season ends. But I wouldn't judge you in the slightest if you lost patience before that point, because it's it's toasty in here.
Metamorphosis. Power infusion. Metamorphosis.
Bam!
The Hunt. Ascendance. Metamorphosis.
Oh, my mage is over there. I'm thinking I really have lost them. Are they back now? No? Okay. There they are. No, on the far side. Can I get away with it? Yes, I can.
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Nice. Yeah, we don't know when the season ends. When season 4 starts, the season will end. No flying mountain gladiator. I remember that. He would not let himself fly around even after Pathfinder was released. He made himself stay on ground mounts until I think he eventually let it go, but it was a long time. Yeah, if you didn't get the Vicious Owlbear this season and you wanted it, in the next expansion, in the War Within, if you earned a Vicious Mount and then you kept going and you filled the bar again and earned another one, at that point you get a saddle that you could unlock this. I'm making terrible choices.
Metamorphosis.
Let's try not to throw too badly.
The Hunt. Polly.
And then you could buy this one. Because they have repeated animals before, but not very often. There's like a couple of different sabers. But a lot of things like the hippo, the basilisk, the spider, there's just one of them. Like lion, tiger, bear. Or not tiger, but the bear. There's a lot of vicious mounts that they would only do the same animal once. So I wouldn't expect another vicious owlbear, but you could get the same this one. It would just be in the War Within after getting your second saddle.
Polly. Polly.
I like the death poly. Makes me feel a little better.
Polly. Metamorphosis.
Are we on the demon hunter? Is that the idea? Yeah. Do I know where my mouse is?
Polly. Polly. Polly.
Bam!
Polly. Polly. Metamorphosis. The Hunt. Polly. Power infusion. Metamorphosis. Polly. Polly. Polly.
Bam!
Polly. Metamorphosis.
It's so hard to heal through this much dampening. Oh, we did it though. Bam! Hi Hazel, how it goes? Hi Britt. It's going all right. How are you doing? I'm sitting in my vicious met life, but look at my transmog. Look at how cute I am. Thank you. We're grinding at the mat. We started at 56. We're up to 62. Assuming nobody leaves this round, we can get 64, maybe 65. She cute. Yeah. Alright, I got 2 casters. We're fighting 2 melee. The trick to healing wizards is to stay very far away, I think.
Power infusion.
And don't use them.
Metamorphosis.
And maybe preemptively CC.
Metamorphosis.
Bam! Bam!
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
One more.
Metamorphosis.
There we go.
The Hunt. The Hunt.
Bam!
Nice. I did it. How's my damage done? Oh, it's a little better. It's not good. My damage done is always millions behind even the other healer. Even other Restoration Druid healers. I'm trying to at least like throw out a couple of moonfires. I'm really bad at remembering too, though. I'm usually too busy panicking. You and your partner play games together? Have different game preferences? A little bit of both. We do some things together, and then sometimes we'll play different games then talk about them. He likes games, though. Alright, I must take a short break. I must cuddle my puppy and stretch my legs, and I shall be back. But I leave you with zoomed-in transmog, and potentially, I mean, I'm gonna have to peel this cat off my lip. Look at this girl. How are you all? Oh, I'm doing alright. How are you doing? Look at this little baby kitty. Hey. I had a dream that she got out into a yard and was following around a chicken and then went under a bush, and I had to go try to find some treats to lure her back because I was afraid that I'd lost my kitty cat, but then we got her back. Alright, you want to sit there for a sec? BRB. Alright, kitty cat. Can I have the chair back? Imagine you just had a second Herman Miller chair, so you just like roll this one to the side, pull the other one up. Careful and delicate art of cat peeling. Hi. Where you just peel the cat off the chair to put on your lap. Oh, hi. Moosey's good. He found a sunny patch of the floor to sleep in, or at least a patch that's got some sun. One of his shoulders is all toasty and warm in the sun. Does she still like the old IKEA chair? Yeah, she'll sleep over there as long as I haven't put a bunch of stuff on it. Sometimes I chuck my plushies there if I'm vacuuming, because I have like extra squish in this room. But yeah, she likes that one. She mostly just wants to be near me, which is really sweet of her. Yeah. Hi. Thanks. Okie dokie, you sit there. Bought my cat a Herman Miller for streaming. Looks like my cat, but mine's fat. I saw the biggest, not fat, it was just built. It had a big frame. It was on a catio. Somebody had wired in their patio so their cat could hang out on it. And it was the most monstrously magnificent cat I've ever seen. It was majestic. All right, we're at 64% here. Cranking along in points and stuff. Worry with next to Herman Miller would be the same with all the 13 cat beds you own. Yeah, that she just wouldn't sit on it. I think that I think it's not, she's not sitting in it because it's a Herman Miller. She's sitting in it because she knows I'm coming back. My goal is to get my cats a catio when I get home. Was the cat ripped? Kind of. Gotta get money first. Yeah. That's always the trick, isn't it? I have a feeling I'm not going to get particularly wealthy playing solo shuffle, but I might get a moon beast. I want a moon beast. I know nothing about cats, also because it's warm. No, cats, that's true, that's fair. Cats like warm. Cats like warm a lot. Generally speaking. Leggy boy. Some funny pictures of my old cat sitting next to a birdhouse waiting for her prey to come to her. Track alley bosses in Forbidden Reach. The ones on a timer? For the snail mount. Yeah, it's on a timer. It happens at like, I forget when, but like on a certain clock time. She does not sit on the PC. The top doesn't really get warm. The exhaust is in the back and there's not really room for her to get there. You know who the underrated stars of DF are? Beef and Wellington. I don't remember Beef and Wellington. I remember the snail from the Assault on the Dragon Keep. LA Shaman. And a Resto Shaman. Hex. Hex. That's cool. That's the it's a Shadowlands mount that I remember farming that I forgot the name of. And their child, Mignon.
The Hunt.
Bam!
Hex. Metamorphosis. Bound. Metamorphosis.
At some point in the last couple of days, I remember that I have that blue button that's like a self-heal that you get as a druid. This one, Renewal. I hadn't been pressing that for the first like however far into the season we are. It's a good one. It like helps if someone's hitting you. Sometimes it heals you strongly enough that they're like, okay, never mind, and then they leave. As they should.
The Hunt. The Hunt. The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Bound. Bound. Ascendance.
Renewal's one of my tricks to save myself when things get spicy in a key. Lots of druids seem to pass on it. Yeah, the druid tree's hard because there's lots of stuff that you want that you kind of have to go without if you want other stuff. But I like Renewal. I like Renewal a lot.
Nullifying Shroud. Nullifying Shroud.
Bam!
The Hunt. Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Metamorphosis. Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk.
Bam!
Sleepwalk. Dragon Rage. X. Metamorphosis. Ascendance.
Bam!
Sleep on. Nullifying Shroud. Nullifying Shroud. Ascendance.
That's a good window.
Metamorphosis. Nullifying Shroud. Sleepwalk. Sleepwalk.
Nice.
Bam!
Druid class tree is a mess. You have to get 2 healing talents to grab cleanse. Yeah. And then like to have it like it's not that unusual to grab a mythic plus spec off the internet and then have it not let you cleanse poison, and then you're in a key and someone gets poisoned and they're like druid and you're like, hello? Kaka? I'm Bird? Any of your characters have a home? Place you would park them to retire? Not specifically.
Nullifying Shroud.
I used to like this lake behind Darnassus, but ever since Darnassus like canonically burned down, I don't really go there so much. I know you still can, but it's not the same to me.
Bam!
Nullifying Shroud.
Thanks.
Sleepwalk. Nullifying Shroud.
A lot of damage.
Sleepwalk.
Bam!
I shadow melded with my Nuki vine.
I'm happy. I remember that it was on shift mouse button 4. Oh, I took the spirit link. Doesn't mean we're gonna win or anything, but
Bound.
Bam.
Ascendance.
Bam. Bam.
Nullifying shroud. Sleepwalk. Bound. Sleepwalk.
no. Oh yes. I got locked out, but they killed the hunter. It's good. Good, good, good. Most fun melee class spec in the game for you, and why? Paladin for the self heals. Handsman Shaman for the same reason, also procs. Could be monk next. What if it's the transmog? What if that's why this is going better? So there's double shamans, which means I need to be quite cautious to not get hexoed.
Bam.
Hex.
Okay, well if I get trapped into it, then that's...
Bound.
Yeah, I
Hex.
should have trinketed. Everything's fine. This is not my finest choices.
Hex. Bound.
I don't know where the brownie totem went. Oops.
Bound. Bound.
That is a lot of dampening.
Bound.
Okay. 54%.
Bam.
I told you, transmog meta. Yeah. The hardest WoW decision in my life right now. Choosing to main priest or pally in the next expansion. Pros and cons of both match up too well. Have you considered doing like an enormous coin flip? You know, like you get a big... You spend all day with some construction paper making a big spinning wheel. Because if it's really close, you could maybe make the decision by random.
Nullifying Shroud.
Do PvP, I'd rather go out looking cute. Okay, we're pushing up.
Nullifying Shroud.
Bam!
Sleepwalk. Nullifying Shroud. Sleepwalk. Dragon Rage.
Bam!
Ascendance.
Why didn't I drink that?
Hex.
Was it mainly because I couldn't remember my keybind? Was that it? Is that the reason?
Hex. Ascendance. Hex. Hex. Nullifying Shroud.
I'm eating a what?
Bam!
Nullifying Shroud.
Oh, those were buttons in the wrong order.
Nullifying
That's
Shroud.
okay. I have thought about doing a coin flip. Making a spinning wheel just to flip it afterwards seems like a lot of wasted effort. About sending a message. Yeah, I don't think anything could peel me off priest now for like my PvE main. I think priest is my PvE main, BM hunter is my DPS alt, and then Ardrid is my PvP thing. And I know that's 3 things. That is 3 different classes, but those are the 3 classes that I tend to level the most often. I like them the best. There's certainly something to be said for that.
The Hunt.
Bam!
Metamorph. Endings. Meta.
Oh, that was over fast. Unless they make a new class, and gnomes look really cute on it. True. Be a gnome priest, but you can't be a gnome pally. Yet. Pallies wear plate. I would almost make the decision based off a transmog. Pallies wear plate. Do somehow have like 6 priests. I feel like that's usually a pretty good indicator that you like priests, because people that don't like priests do not level lots of them. Priests are often considered one of the less fun things to level, unless you're one of us, one of these people who just like playing priest a lot. That brought us to 66. Oh man, I can't even complain about the pace today. We've been trucking through it, but I don't know, to get this lucky and only have like what 12, 14%, 12% progress on the bar. It's not enough. We need more. We have to keep going. I kind of wish I had finished Battle Mender before I tanked below 1800, because if I had that, then I wouldn't feel so worried about wanting to, like... I feel like I would maybe spec myself or practice playing a Berserker Ardrid, where I, like, give everybody some hots and then go pretend I'm a Feral Druid, and just see if I can burst somebody down. And if I can't, then at least it's over very quickly. And then if I can, then it's over very quickly. That might be... And then just, like, play that all the way down to, like, 1100. Just to finish them out. I did say 66. Thinking about Mog a lot. Plate collection's depressing. Used to try and play each armor class for different content. People always ask me to change to heal because we don't have enough healers. Yeah. Huge gains. Huge gains. I don't remember... I guess it's because I didn't make myself stick it out in a solo shuffle quite this long last time. I think by this point last season, I had caved and I had gotten Flabby to do some threes with me, and we'd finished it out with like 1 or maybe 2 nights of threes. But I haven't caved yet. That's true. It's true infinitely more than last time. Frost Death Knight, an Arcane Mage, an Unholy Death Knight, and a Destrolock. Alright. The more I play, the more I get used to my new targeting. It is more precise. I'm able to, once I get the feel for it, more quickly slam a target on the correct player with a key. I'm still not quite there. Hello, champion. Hello, Chuck. How are you doing today? If you keep that up, done in like 2 days. True, but I don't know. If I keep up doing nothing but winning, I'm gonna end up in a very scary bracket that I don't want to be in. How's the PvP grind been going? Hello. Better today. Thank you. Yesterday and last night was no good. No fun at all. What are we doing?
Bam!
Cyclone. Cyclone. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Cyclone. Chaos Bolt. Cyclone.
Oh no, don't have it.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Fear. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Cyclone. Fear.
Oh.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos
You just
Bolt.
have to hope that the other healer is neglecting their DPS just as much as you're ignoring yours.
Fear.
Yeah, just don't stop winning. Seems scary, has some great mounts. Yeah, I like the cosmetics a lot, and I like being able to get a bunch of them from doing this. I'm working on my Marks of Honor. I know it's not as fast as, like, Comp Stomp or whatever, but if it means I don't have to do a battleground.
Cyclone. Polly.
Bam!
Cyclone. Polly.
Bam!
Cyclone. Polly. Polly. Cyclone. Polly.
You are not with us. I cannot help you.
Polly. Cyclone.
I must heal these bolts.
Bam!
First of their name. Alright, double DK. Double caster v double DK. There's another glad mount. A lot of either gladiators or people that are gladiator on their mains that end up in this bracket. And I mean, I guess it's fine, but I think I don't usually expect to run into people like that until you get closer to 2K, and this is 1700. If you twist it around your brain enough, you can flatter yourself and be like, listen, I may not have a mount, but I'm in the lobby with the people that do.
Pillar of Frost.
Bam!
I hate playing starting room. It feels like you're trapped. It's claustrophobic.
Cyclone.
Bam!
I did not pick up Hellstones.
Cyclone.
There we go. Got some.
Cyclone.
Bam!
Cyclone.
I also never ever take lock gates.
Pillar of Frost.
Bam!
I'll
Cyclone.
iron bark the way.
Cyclone.
Bam!
Cyclone. Cyclone.
Nice. That's kind of a cool. Oh, I was gonna say that's a cool looking horse. Not a horse. Talbot. Silver War Talbot. I like it when the class colors match, like when the
Pillar
mage
of
gets
Frost.
blue.
Bam!
Love. Fury.
For me.
Chaos Bolt. Cyclone. Chaos Bolt. Fear.
Yeah.
Fear. Fear.
Bam!
Cyclone.
Pillar of
Cyclone.
Frost.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Cyclone. Cyclone. Fear.
Bam!
If they're close enough to cyclone you, they're close enough to get cycloned.
Fear. Cyclone. 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 Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Bam!
Fear. Chaos
Pillar
Bolt.
of Frost.
Why is it doesn't matter why, but today feels like it's going so much better than yesterday. It's almost frustrating that Solo Shuffle does this. I don't know if it's I'm blaming Blizzard. It's frustrating that this happens in Solo Shuffle where you will play for 3 hours in a day, you won't win a single match, you'll lose a ton of rating, you won't gain any progress towards your goals, and you will feel like a worm. And then you play again the next day, and you're on the fun side of the roller coaster. You're winning everything. Everything feels manageable. And you're just gaming and you're like, yeah, I could do this every day. It's like if you kind of
Cyclone.
won one, lost one, won one, lost
Cyclone.
one, I'm sure it would be a little bit more even.
Poly. Cyclone.
It might feel better in
Cyclone.
aggregate. That was what I wanted to do.
Poly.
But maybe, I don't know.
Bam!
Cyclone. 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 Cyclone.
Bam!
Cyclone.
Bam!
Cyclone.
Pillar of Frost.
Poly. Poly.
Bam!
Nope. Stopped healing my warlock for a couple seconds. That was a mistake. Counterpoint: people that play on a Wednesday at 9 a.m. may be better than people play on the weekend, so it's harder. But it's Friday. I mean, it was Friday at 9 a.m. It's still a weekday. Maybe. I think some lobbies will just kind of favor your playstyle as well, too. Some things you're just better at playing against. And the silver cloud lining interpretation is that maybe as you practice, you get a little bit better. So for a while, as your rating adjusts, you're winning a little bit more.
Bam!
Here.
Alright. Let's stop being a DPS. Nope, never mind. We'll just go 3 and 3. That works just fine. Do you think they'll ever give us the option to customize looks of Trent form? Yeah, maybe. It's a good idea. So that puts us up to 68%. Maybe we can do 70. If we're lucky. It's 70 feels closer though. 70 feels like you're on almost the home stretch. You know, the bar is definitely pretty full. It's not full, but it's getting there. Man, if I could just grind out some of this at like 18-20 rating, I really don't need more than that. I just need to be able to, I just want Battlebender, but I'm being greedy. I need to earn Battlebender if I want Battlebender. I don't deserve it yet. Losing a few too many peeps. How much damage does a rat do anyway? 33k? Yeah. Yeah. 25 minutes. Surely enough for one match. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I think I can fit one last one. It was a good day for stamina. We really did it for the whole day. We made a bunch of progress. I'm gonna need more streams like this to finish it, but I think we can finish it and then move on with our lives. We've got hardcore coming later. We've got... I don't know, I might do some Hearthstone BG streams. I'm really enjoying the new patch with the quests and like all the new spells they added. It's really fun. Subnautica right around the corner. One thing that bothers me is that I can't find anywhere in my statistics tab where you would, if I found my achievements and you go to statistics, there's nowhere that it tracks like solo shuffle games played in your stats. Like it tracks things like your rated arenas, but solo shuffle doesn't technically count as arenas played in arenas 1. These numbers aren't going up at all, as far as I can tell. Sometimes I like just knowing where your, you know, where your grind point is at. Brought Quest back for BGs. Need to get a new phone so we can re-download. You can play it on PC too if you want. People play on PC. I like running it on... I have an iPad that I just cozy up with on the couch. Although, the idea is that I can like play BGs and cuddle with my puppy, but puppy's like, why are you looking at this thing that's not me? And he'll just continually put toys on top of it or like shove them into my face until I play with him instead. But I can't not. Because if he's playing with me, that means he's not chewing up my rug. Actual suggestion. Sheepy. A short story. 45 minutes free. Much like Prime subs. And you are a sheep, you might like it. Sheepy. Is it on Steam? On Steam. Alright. I'm not saying yes, but I'll take that into consideration. It sounds cute. Alright. I'd like a better cat form. I like this one, it's pretty, but I just don't have any of the new ones. I should look up how to get one. That might be a fun farm. I'm sure there's like a rare in the Emerald Dream that I could camp. It's kind of a cool set. You are a LA Shaman. Lots of LA Shamans. Not too many in hands. Keen-eyed Chan. Cian? Sean? Gives you purple cab. Okay. Nothing to lose but my dignity. Oh, Saloon is a magical name. Saloon the Tester Lock.
Bam!
Alright, my demon hunter's just gonna have to be alright in
Power
there.
infusion. Fear. Chaos bolt. Chaos bolt.
I came in here to be with you!
Chaos bolt.
Bam!
Alright, this is not my
Fear.
finest
Chaos
targeting
bolt.
moment. Oh, man. You see what I mean when I say I lose people? I was like, they're going in too deep. Alright, they're both in there. Okay, I'll go in there. I run in there, they're both gone. Donut County has holes in it. Well, this person's on a friendship box.
Metamorphosis. The hunt.
See, now they're all the way over there. Oh, I see. They put their gate up there. This is a real strong weakness in my game. Is tracking, particularly warlocks that use their movement really well. But anybody really.
Penitence. The hunt. Metamorphosis. Power infusion.
Tough one. 60% dampening.
Bam!
Oh, Hunter has an otter pet. Hunter has otter pets. Swim meet. Ikagi. Cute. Cute. Love. Alright, let's see if we can win a round though.
Bam!
Shadow Fury. Metamorphosis. Shadow Fury. Metamorphosis.
Bam!
Power fusion. Chaos Bolt.
The Hunt.
Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Bolt.
Bam! Bam!
Chaos Bolt. Shadow Fury.
Bam!
Chaos Bolt.
Metamorphosis.
Chaos Bolt.
Penitence.
Fear. Chaos Bolt.
I'm just going, ooh, we're not gonna do it if we can't kill somebody.
Fear. Chaos
How do I
Bolt.
set up? I go,
The Hunt.
Bam!
and then I get feared.
Power Infusion.
Chaos Bolt.
You know, what do you do?
Metamorphosis. Metamorphosis. The Hunt.
Bam!
Chaos Bolt.
Certain renown for otter pet taming. Oh, that's cool.
Fear.
Bam!
Yep. I did Tusker rep on my main, my old main. I don't know if you would need to do it on a hunter to get the pet tame thing. Yeah, if it has to be on a hunter, then I certainly don't have it. Not that it would be hard to get, but I don't really collect hunter pets. I pick like 2 hunter pets for each hunter that I have that I really like. But if they seem like they're going to be hard to get, then I just won't worry about it. I don't really have like the rare hunter pets tamed or anything. I collect battle pets.
Power Infusion.
Bam!
Chaos.
Ascendance.
Fear.
I think I've hit my
Chaos.
cap for how much shuffle I can do in one day before my eyes start to glaze over, though. I am making some poor choices with my Sun Ward. And in a close match like this, that's not gonna help. Kitty, you getting over there?
Fear. Fear. Chaos Bolt.
Oh,
Chaos
Kitty, you
Bolt.
alright? Yeah, she's
Chaos
okay.
Bolt.
Stuck landing.
Fear.
Penitence.
She's good at
Ice.
jumping off that chair. She's done it a lot.
Bam!
Penitence. Ascendance.
Fear. Chaos Bolt.
we're kind of running out of juice here. A little bit. We have to do something.
Fear. Power infusion.
Bam!
Yeah, I wonder why some of them are character locked and some of them aren't. It gets under my skin when stuff like that in WoW is inconsistent, because it makes it really hard to, I don't know what to expect. Especially if there's not an obvious reason as to why it's inconsistent. You're right, it's just confusing.
Metamorphosis.
Bam!
The Hunt.
That was double defenses. That was Pain Sup on top of Shaman defenses.
Success.
I'm being so greedy. I want it. I want the Cyclone. Fine, never mind.
Bam!
I have a bad habit of getting too stubborn about like a plan. I'll get into my head that I really want to clone somebody. And then I will get locked out and CC'd 18 times before I actually land the clone. And meanwhile, I've just been like chasing the healer around, accomplishing nothing. Yeah. Yeah, well. Yeah. Yeah, they said that making things account-wide is like a core philosophy of the next expansion, particularly going forward and designing systems with things being alt-friendly and account-wide in mind. But for existing things being account-wide retroactively, that's a little bit more like hit and miss, because while they may intend, like want to make everything account-wide, with a lot of stuff there's either tech limitations or it's just not a priority enough for them to actually like go back and do it. So I bet you some old stuff gets done, but I would be surprised if it was just like a blanket everything.
Power infusion.
That's my demon hunter. And then my warlock is that one.
Ascendance.
There we go. We got round one.
Bam!
How hard is it to get vicious mounts? It's not hard, it's mainly long. It mainly just takes a good amount of time if you're going to do it this way. It would be less time in RBGs, but it would still take a fair amount of time, because anytime that you lose, you're not getting any progress. You need wins for progress. Okay. Well, let's sum up our accomplishments for today. We managed to queue shuffle all day, or at least all stream, which was somewhere in the range of between 2 and 3 hours. We managed to get our Vicious Mount bar up all the way to 68. I didn't quite crack 70, but we were doing pretty good. Ratings, whatever. Ratings pretty much where it started, I think. And lots and lots of... Oh, actually, before I go, because I am wrapping up the stream, but before I go, I want to go buy one more box of Marks of Honor, send the Marks of Honor to somebody, and see if I can go shopping and buy some transmog sets, because I've been earning some extras here. So let's get the Arboreal Distinguishment, which I like to think is a holdover from back when Oribos was our capital city. They didn't rename it. Huh? Diggity dog. Hair looks rat. Why, thank you. It is a wig. But I appreciate the compliment. So let's send this to my human hunter. See what kind of sets she's missing. This is going to mean some flying around, but that's alright. See if there's any PvP sets. I like this character a lot. I love the clean mogs. They've given us so many great costumey things. A lot of my characters are wearing stuff from the trading post. This is a lot of trading post pieces. Nathria Sepulchre. Let me look at Shadowlands. Let me go to the Shadowlands vendors in Oribos and see what we're saying. Love the short pink hair. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to make her, because she's got a Kira cat pet and a moose dog pet, and I wanted to make her kind of like a mini-me. Because I was dyeing my buzzcut pink at the time. Oh, look at all her dice. So if I wanted to go to Oribos, is there a fast way for me to get there? Basically just Stormwind. What should I get for lunch? Craving something green? This is going to sound generic, but does any place around you do bowls? There's a couple different places here where you can order different bowls that basically will have like a grain and a bunch of veggies and like a sauce. Sometimes like a protein, like a tofu or something if you want. Sort of like a salad bowl, but like, you know, on quinoa or rice instead of on lettuce, because let's face it, lettuce is not food. Let's go to Oribos. Oribos is this way. Watching empty on another channel. Wanted to drop my Prime sub here. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Oribos this way. Can I not use that portal? Do you need to unlock the Oribos portal? Excuse me? You do need to unlock the Oribos portal. Well, okay. This shouldn't take very long. It's just a question of finding the right quest. Quesada. I haven't, not to my knowledge, but I haven't been everywhere for sure. Heather Leanne, thank you for the 19-month resub. Talk to Bolvar. Let's turn on trivial quests. Shadowlands. A chilling summons. At least they put the name of the expansion on it. Don't mind me not dragon riding. No, you don't have to do the intro. It's totally skippable. Thank goodness. Behold. Oh, I've got 8,000 gold. Not that it matters. I thought they turned that off. Okay. So now the portal should work. Theoretically. Because I've been here. The PvP vendors are in the Enclave? Are they right here? They are right here. So I'm basically looking to see... There's arsenals. Although I already have 11 of 13 of those. I'm looking for sets in which I am missing the whole thing. I want to spend like 12 tokens to get a set that is like, yeah, 0 of 34 pieces. Shadowlands Season 3 and 4, Cosmic Aspirants Mail. Stuff like this, where I can spend like 12 tokens and get like 30 pieces of transmog. I did not pick up the tokens from my mailbox. Pardon one moment. There we go. Tabichi said, that's fine. I just want Mog. I just want lots of Mog. I'm not too fussed about what it was from originally. Weapons. Okay. And then what do you have? You have weapon arsenals. Oh no, you've got armor too. 0 of 36. Cosmic Gladiators Hunter. Yeah, there are cool sets here. I didn't have any of this. Okay. I have 11 of 17 of those pieces. Sometimes it feels worth. Season 3 and 4. Weapon arsenals and stuff. 0 of 17 of this set. Yeah. Shadowlands Season 1. Sinful Gladiator. 12 Marks of Honor is pretty cheap to get the whole set. It's a lot faster than getting it at the time. Oh. Weapon arsenals are really expensive, so we're gonna focus on... Do I want it for 6 pieces? Yeah, fine. Just while I'm here. I have some of it learned, but there's the rest of it. And then you're an item upgrader, and then you are just the quest giver. Okay. If I look at my appearance journal, what else am I missing? Stats. Filter, PvP. So yeah, we got... I actually really like that set. I think it looks great. Buy the conduits, buy the conduits. Where is the aspirant set? Unchained aspirant. And there must be an aspirant vendor around here that'll sell me those. Did I just miss it? Aspirants. Cosmic Aspirants Mail. Oh, there it is. Unchained. Oh, it's like, I'm missing like one piece. Sinful Aspirants Mail. Yeah, whatever. Maybe the thing is wrong. No, I learned a bunch of it. I do eat salmon. To my knowledge, it doesn't make me smell... Oh, smell like salmon. But perhaps I just haven't smelled myself. Yeah, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. It said I knew a lot of it already, but that's much better. So if we have 54 left, maybe we should go try Borealis? BFA. Maybe some BFA glad sets or something? There might be something cool over there. There's also Legion sets. Yeah, Legion has some nice ones. Alright, yeah. Legion dollar run. 500 Marks of Honor. All the presets need to get else to buy sets on. I mean, you can do the weapon arsenals in the meantime. That'll eat up your stuff real quick. But yeah, getting the sets feels really good. So I always struggle to find these vendors, but I'm pretty sure they're in the faction area, like up the stairs. Yeah. But I usually, whenever I'm shopping, I just kind of wander around until I find what I'm looking for. So I can't buy the elite stuff because I didn't do it back then. Legion Gladiator, there we go. In seasons 5, 6, and 7. There were so many seasons. 7 seasons. Good grief. They did a lot of PvP seasons back then. That was like a thing. I don't know why I'm checking the appearance like I'm not going to buy it. Of course I'm going to buy it. Cruel Combatants. I guess I just want to know. Vindictive Combatants. Yeah. Yeah, I was missing a bunch of this hunter stuff. Nice. There we go. Now we're cooking. Wish we could buy the individual weapons first. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally fair. It is a ton of extra Marks of Honor. Alright, well I guess I should ramp up for the day. That was good though. We did good. We did good, chat. My bags frighten me because I always feel like I'm gonna vendor something that I need. Especially when it's like, there's like 460 stuff. I don't know why she has so much extra gear. Did I take some of it off? I don't know. I should set some of these hearthstones to... I don't know, Borealis, or even if there's like an inn that's closer to Freehold. Getting Taco Bell today. Nice. It's Friday. Today is my Friday. It's the day before Saturday. It's the day that I make the news video. Sometimes the night that I make the news video. Sometimes early the next morning. You know, depends on how the brain goes. In any case, will I listen to Rebecca Black? I'm not telling. I'll be back tomorrow for a Saturday morning stream. Might be more of the same. I think we're having a PvP week, so be warned if it's not your cup of tea. But I'm having fun, and I'm feeling good about making progress. I want this mount so bad. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.